Great morning, afternoon, or evening, everyone. Today's video is going to be a bit different. This is the first of many parts of an Arc Raiders progression or quest guide. I just recently wiped by completing the current expedition, and I decided to put a guide together as I work through the quests in the game. New raiders going topside can use it, as well as newly wiped veterans. Sometimes we forget where the hell those things were that we found a few weeks ago. In this video, I'll walk you through your first 5 quests. I'll go through them in a logical order, with notes about how to prepare for future quests, workbench progression, and some common sense gameplay tips. The 5 quests in this video are picking up the pieces, crash into treasure, clearer skies, off the radar, and a bad feat. We jumped into Damn Battlegrounds because it's the traditional starter map, so we're completing the picking up the pieces quest. It's the easiest quest you're going to have to do, that's why it's the first one, and it teaches you a basic mechanic of the game. Bring up your map. On your left-hand side, you can see your quests are listed. This is the quest we're focusing on. Visit any area on your map with a loot category icon. The loot categories are these little indicators right here that I'm showing you. So this water treatment control area has a medium loot value, which means it's all right loot. Red means it's got the best loot value. Not being indicated, like this primary facility here, means that you'll find loot there, but it's not as dense and it's not as high quality. So we're looking at water treatment right here in front of us. It's got industrial and mechanical type loot. We're going to middle mouse button it to ping it, and that's where we're going to go to complete this quest. And we've got an extract right next to it, so we'll be pretty lucky. So here we are, we're running up on the area that we're going to. You can see in the top left there. Our quest is updated. And I was not ready to fight, so I am getting chased by a pop. Let's get rid of that guy. So now it wants us to loot 3 containers here. So if we bring up our map, on the left-hand side, picking up the pieces, you can see the quest is updated, loot 3 containers. We've got a bunch of lockers here. Lockers are really good for loot. While you're looting, you want to look for 6 wires and 1 battery. If you leave your first raid with those 2 items, you'll be able to complete your second quest immediately without ever having to cycle back in for another run. Yeah, so what this does is it teaches you one of the most important gameplay mechanics, which is looting. What loot is, how to identify it. As you're playing the game, I'll show you with our inventory here. Here's what we've looted so far on the way here to the quest objective and here in the quest objective. Each piece of loot has a designation. So this is medium ammo, and here in the lower left you can see these 3 bullets stacked on top of one another. That means medium ammo. This is a speaker component. Here in the left it's a crafting component, and inside of this tooltip itself, it shows you that it can be found in commercial, because this is commercial type crafting loot. These rubber parts are mechanical, industrial, and electrical. You can find rubber parts in places that have those designations on them. So if you open up your map, and we again go back to what we were discussing before, you can see the hydroponic domes has a high density of nature, industrial, and security loot. We can see that where we are has a medium density of industrial and mechanical loot. So that's how you target where you're going. If you're looking for a certain type of thing, you go to that specific building, and that's what this quest is supposed to teach you, and it does exactly that. So let's loot our last container here. There it is. And now if we open up our map, picking up the pieces is completed. Since you looted those 6 wires and that 1 battery, you should be able to turn them in immediately and complete this quest. And now we'll move on to clearing the skies. Here we are in Damn Battlegrounds to complete the second or third quest that you should get to in your Arc Raiders quest line. Clearer skies. We have to destroy 3 arc enemies, and we have to get 3 arc alloy. We can generally find a lot of rolling arc inside this building. There's one behind me. I can hear some rolling around here. Not get set on fire. There's one. Ooh, that's telling me 3. I must have killed something before. Here it comes. Here's number 3. Just for good measure. There we go. And now we can see. Clear skies, completed. The arc alloy that you need to loot will come from the 3 arc that you end up destroying for this quest. Every arc drops at least 1 arc alloy or an item that can be salvaged into Arc Alloy. Here we are back on Dam Battlegrounds. We're looking to complete the Off the Radar quest in one round, so we need to complete all of these objectives in a single run, and then extract. We need to find a field depot, and then we need to repair the antenna on top of the field depot. Field depots can be found in these 6 locations indicated on the map. It's good to try to pair up your quests. If you've only got one quest, like we do right now off the radar at this moment, you can run like a loot dense area like the Hydroponic Dome Complex, because there is a field depot right around here that we'll be able to use and interact with to complete this quest. But then we can loot that area. Dam Battlegrounds is a good map to use. You can find loot on every map, but Dam Battlegrounds really is, it just makes sense. So this is what a field depot looks like. It's got that antenna up on top here, right? And then down here, they always have this long tubular metal container with the yellow ladder on one side that goes up to the platform where the antenna is. On the opposite side, they've got another yellow ladder that goes up top. They've got another blue tarp. They have this little platform here that you can use to walk inside. And then inside, we've got this little thing right here where you can deliver a field crate. Field crates are actually pretty good. You don't want to sleep on them. So let's go ahead and complete this quest for Shawnee. We want to get up here and get the communications up and running. This is the antenna we need to fix. Here we are repairing it. That noise that it makes, if there are ARC nearby, it will alert them, and they will pull over to you. And there it is. We've done it. Off the radar, in one round, done. And now you have to extract to get credit for this quest, otherwise you'll have to come back in and complete it again. The following 3 containers may be searched to complete this quest. One of the important things to remember with the A Bad Feeling quest that we're working on is these couriers also count. It's not just probes that you can loot to finish that quest. It's probes or couriers. So if you look for this black smoke, you can find a courier that's on the ground. They're also great early game to loot because things that can be a bitch to find, like surveyor vaults and sentinel firing cores that you'll need later in your progression for your benches, can all come out of these. And these spawn all over the place. Like I said, the easiest way to find them is the black smoke. If they aren't smoking, then that means they've already been breached and looted by someone. Here we are. You can see this black smoke, right? Rising up into the sky. And here we have a crashed arc probe. So if you see one of these, we did ours with a courier. Come up to him. Logically, you breach the top end of it to get the middle panel to open, and then you loot it, and that's a quest complete. The third and final way to satisfy the Bad Feeling quest is to listen for that audio cue right there. Listen. That is a probe, and here it is right here. This one's flashing yellow because it's about to take off, so we'll breach it quickly. If you breach it, you can see that ARC nearby will get alerted, because they don't like you messing with the ARC equipment. So that's the third option for completing the A Bad Feeling quest. In the next video, we're going to go to Blue Gate, and I'm going to complete 3 quests in one run. Thanks for checking out my video. I really appreciate it. If you like what you see on the channel, please subscribe. It doesn't cost you a penny. Another easy way to support the channel is to just watch another video. Thanks for gaming with me, and I'll game with you next time.